Hi all, myself Jeffrey Johnson from the Department of Commerce, St. Albert's College, Autonomous, Ernakulam. So in this video, we'll be dealing with branch accounts. Hope you know what is a branch. A branch is a division of a business which is being controlled by a head office. A branch is a division of a business which is being controlled by head office. So the head office want to know how a branch performs. And the head office will be having many other branches. So to know how a branch performs, they prepare the branch account. So in this video, I will be mainly focusing on the format of branch account. So this is the format of a branch account. You could see here that in the books of head office. So I just told you that the head office prepare the branch account, and the head office actually prepare whatever branches they are having. They will be prepare separate branch account for each and every branches. So here you could see that you can write it here the name of the branch. It can be like Kochi branch or Kerala branch, Delhi branch, like that you can write here. So in the books of head office, so the head office will be having the books, will be keeping the books of the branch. The head office will be keeping the separate branch account for each and every branch. So this is a normal account, and we will be finding the profit or loss from this particular branch. While looking at the opening balances, we are writing the opening balance. As you know that we will be writing the two balance brought down, and we will be writing all the opening assets. You could see here that the various branch assets, whatever with the branch assets they are having, we will be writing the opening. We will be writing it as the opening. The balance, the opening balance figure, the opening balance figures will be coming over here. Also the branch stock, what is the opening stock? You will be writing that. Then branch petty cash, what is the cash balance at the opening? We will be writing that over here. Then we have the goods sent to branch. As already told, the branch is being controlled by the head office. So the head office will be sending the goods to the branch. So that item will be coming over here, the goods sent to branch. And also the head office having the total control of the branch, which means the head office is giving cash to the branch for the various expenses incurred by the branch. So you could see here that rent, salaries and other expenses. So all the expenses which the branch incurs, the amount will be given by the head office. So it's been entered by the entry branch account debit to bank account. So to bank, and we'll be writing out. You could see that it's written in the inner column, not in the outer column, and the total amount is written in the outer column. The rest of the items I am leaving it for later. We'll move on to the next item in the credit side. Buy goods sent to branch returns. So here you had seen that goods sent to branch. It is the actual goods which is been sent by the head office to the branch. But here the other way around. The goods which is with the branch, it is being sent back to the head office. There can be a returns also, like that of sales return, sales and sales returns. Here we are having the head office has sent branch to the branch, and from the branch it is going back to the head office. So such an item will be coming over here, goods sent to branch. So to know that, I have written it as returns. Then the next item is buy bank. In the credit side, you will be having the buy bank, which shows that here the buy bank remittance to head office. Whatever the cash which is being generated by the branch, that has to be given to the head office. That must be given to the head office. So that is been shown over here, buy bank remittance to head office. And what are the items which will be coming inside it? One is cash sales, and the other one is cash received from debtors. So buy bank, here the first item will be cash sales, whatever the cash received from the sales, and also the cash received from the debtors. We are not writing the credit sales here, but we are writing the cash received from debtors, and we will be writing the total over here. So that is the basic structure of a head office, of the branch account in the books of the head office. And you could see 4 more entries in the debit side to stock reserve loading, to goods sent to branch loading, also buy stock reserve loading, goods sent to branch loading. So these are the items when when you are preparing the branch account and the head office send goods to the branch at invoice price. If there is an invoice price, which means the head office doesn't disclose its actual cost to the branch, or the branch manager will not be able to identify what is the profit he's getting from a sale. So if it is in such a situation, then we will be having these 4 entries. To stock reserve, with regard to stock reserve, I'll explain from here. The opening asset, the opening branch stock will be having a loading amount, will be having a profit amount inside it. So to remove that, we will be writing it over here. By stock reserve, that particular profit portion will be writing it over here. Also with regard to goods sent to branch, we are having the loading amount. So to avoid that, we will be writing by goods sent to branch loading. So with regard to this debit entry, we will be having a credit entry in the loading portion. Thereby, we will be making it to the cost account, cost price. Again, coming to the credit side, we are having a returns also. This amount will be also in invoice price. So to remove the figure, to remove the loading amount from it, we need to write it over here. To goods sent to branch loading. Also, with regard to the closing branch stock also, it will be also in invoice price. To avoid that, we need to write to stock reserve loading. So ultimately, right now you could see that we had covered all the items, and the remaining item is the closing balances. So we need to write the closing balance of each of the assets. If there is a depreciation, after the depreciation, we need to write the amount. Not before the depreciation, we need to write the amount. Directly you could write the depreciated value. Also branch stock, it is also not the opening value, it is also after any adjustments, what is the closing stock, you need to take that into consideration. Also with regard to petty cash, if you don't know the balancing figure, you have to prepare a petty cash and then you need to write it over here. After writing all these items, we need to balance it, and we need to if we are getting a debit balance, it will be the profit. If it is a credit balance, it will be a loss, and we will be writing that to the general profit and loss account. Why general profit and loss account? Because the head office is preparing this, and head office will be having a final profit and loss account. So we will be putting this amount into the general profit and loss account. I hope it's clear with you. Thank you.